Good morning, boys. Today, we are going to continue on ratios. Yesterday, we got to know how we can write ratios, and today, we're starting to simplify ratios. Simplifying ratio. Now, remember the example that we've done yesterday, the blue squares compared to the yellow squares. Now, if we, it was 3:1. Now, if we add another row exactly like the one above, all right? Now we end up with 6 blue squares and 2 yellow squares, as you can see from the diagram itself. So a ratio, as you can see, it can be scaled up, all right? Can be enlarged, all right? Here, the ratio is also 3 blue squares to 1 yellow square, even though there are more squares, since we have multiplied both parts by 2. Alright, so 3:1 and 6:2 are equivalent ratios because we multiplied both parts by 2. Alright, just like equivalent fractions. Okay, I can say 1/2, I can say 4/8, I can say 3/6. Alright, they are all equivalent, they are all equal. Okay, because I have scaled them up. I have multiplied both numerator and denominator by the same number. In ratios, it is the same thing, okay? When we multiply both parts by the same number, the ratio is still the same. The ratios are equal, okay? The ratios are equal. So just like fractions, ratio can be scaled up or down, all right? And to scale up a ratio, we multiply by the same value, and we multiply both parts by the same value, do not forget. So in the example 4:5, okay, 4:5 is the same as if I multiply both parts by 2, for example, okay, the ratio becomes 8:10. So 4:5 and 8:10 are equivalent ratios. Okay, let's discuss a real life situation. Okay, it is very common when we are cooking. Okay, so a recipe for pancakes uses 3 cups of flour to 2 cups of milk. So for every 3 cups of flour, I have to measure 2 cups of milk. Okay, I need 2 cups of milk. Okay, so to make pancakes for a lot of people, all right, so I need to multiply the recipe by a certain number, okay, because I need it. I need a larger quantity. Okay, we need 4 times the quantity. So to make the recipe for a certain amount of people, I need 4 times the quantities. So we multiply both parts by 4, all right? The flour part and the milk part, okay? So let's say we want to write down the ratio. The ratio as it is, all right, as it is in the recipe, is 3 cups of flour to 2 cups of milk. So flour is to milk, okay, is 3:2. Remember, the order is very important, all right? If flour is mentioned before milk, we put the number of cups of flour before that of the milk, okay? Now I need to multiply the recipe by 4, okay? So I need to multiply both parts of the ratio by 4. I multiply the 3 by 4 and I multiply the 2 by 4. 3 by 4 is 12 and 2 by 4, 2 times 4 is 8, okay? So 12, the answer is 12:8. What does this mean? This means that to be able to have 4 times the quantities, okay, I need 12 cups of flour to 8 cups of milk, okay? And 12:8, it is the same as 3:2 but scaled up, okay? They are so equivalent ratio. 3:2 and 12:8 are equivalent ratios. Now, just like fractions, okay, ratios can be scaled down as well. When we scale down a ratio, instead of multiplying, because we are not scaling up, we are scaling down. So to scale down a ratio, we need to divide by the same number. We need to divide both parts by the same number until we cannot divide anymore, all right? Until the answer cannot be simplified anymore. It cannot be divided by any other number more, all right? To do that, we need to divide by the same highest value. You sort of find the highest common factor of both, of all the parts, because sometimes we can have more than two parts, as you know. So to scale down a ratio, always divide by the same highest value. I'm going to show you later on in the example what this means exactly. We call scaling down a ratio as simplifying a ratio. So when you are asked to simplify a ratio, that means we need to divide all parts of the ratio by the same highest number, by the same highest common factor, okay? Until when we do that, it cannot be simplified anymore, okay? If, just in case, we don't divide by the highest number, both parts by the highest number, then we need to divide by a number, and then we look at the answer and check, can it be simplified further? If yes, we continue. If no, we stop, okay? So in the examples, okay, let's discuss them. The question is, simplify the following ratio. And the first ratio that we need to simplify is 6:8. 6:8, 6 and 8 are both even numbers. So both can be divided by 2, as you can see from the arrows. I can divide the 6 by 2, which is equal to 3, and the 8 division by 2, it is equal to 4, okay? I look at the answer, 3:4, and I say, can it be simplified further? Can I find another number which I can divide 3 and 4 with it? No, I cannot. So that is the answer, 3:4. When your answer cannot be simplified anymore, then that is the final answer, okay? The 6:15. The 6 is even, the 15 is odd, but both 6 and 15 are multiples of 3. So I can simplify both parts by 3. So I'm going to write my working. Division by 3, both parts. Write the working, boys. It's very important. This is the working. Now, 6 division by 3, it's 2. Is 2. 15 division by 3, it's 5. 2:5. Can it be simplified further? 2:5. Can I find a number which goes into 2 and 5 as well? No. So that is the final answer. 2:5 is the final answer. Okay, since it cannot be simplified further. Now, 40:300. Okay, I can divide both parts by 10. All right. When I divide both parts by 10, I end up with 40 division by 10 is 4, is 2. 300 division by 10, it's 30. As you can see, now I look at the answer, 4:30, but I realize that both are even numbers. So I can divide third by 2. So division by 2. For division by 2, it's 2. 30 division by 2, it's 15. Okay? And my answer up till now is 2:15. And I ask, Can I find a number which goes into 2 and 15 as well? No, there is no number which goes into 2 and 15 as well. So that is the final answer. Okay? Now, as you realize, I didn't divide by the highest number, so I had to sort of split my working into 2 steps. First, I divided by 10 and then I divided by 2. If I had found the highest common factor of 40 and 300, which in fact is 20, I would have ended up with the final answer immediately. Let's work it out together. So 40 is to 300. If I divide by the highest common factor, which is 20, okay, that is what we were saying before, all right? If we divide by the highest number, we sort of arrive at the final answer earlier. So 40 division by 20, it's 2, okay? And 300 division by 20 is 15. I cannot simplify my answer further, so that is the final answer. Okay, 20 is the highest common factor of 40 and 300. That's why when I divided by 20, I just worked out one step, whereas when I divided by 10, then I had to divide by 2 again. Okay, but as you can see, you arrive at the same answer. Okay. Now I have a question number 4, where the ratio consists of 3 parts. It is worked out just like the previous 3. You have to find a number which divides exactly into all of the parts, in this case into all of the 3 parts. So 12, 32 and 20. 12, 32 and 20 are all even numbers, but I can find a number which is higher than that, which divides exactly into all of them, and that is the 4. So I'm going to divide by 4 all parts. Now, 12 division by 4, it's 3. 32 division by 4, it's 8. And 20 division by 4, it's 5. Okay? Now, my answer is 3 is to 8 is to 5. Can I find another number which goes into all of them? All of them. No, there is no number which goes into 3 and 8 and 5. All right? So that is the final answer. Okay? That is the final answer. Okay. Now, example 5. What is the ratio of red counters to yellow counters to blue counters? And we are given a picture. And then we are asked to simplify our answers. So pay attention for the order, boys. Red counters to yellow counters to blue counters. So I need to write it like that. Okay? So I need to write it as red is to yellow is to blue. I have red, I have 3 by 4, it's 12. Yellow, I have 4, so 12 is to 4 is to, and blue, I have 2 by 4, it's 8. 12 is to 4 is to 8. Now, the highest common factor of 12, 4 and 8, all right, is 4 itself. So I need to divide all parts by 4. Okay? If I divide 12 by 4, my answer is 3. So 3 is to 4 division by 4, it's 1. So 3 is to 4 is 2. And 8 division by 4, it's 2. So 3 is to 1 is to 2. Okay? I check. Can I simplify my answer further? Can I find a number which divides exactly into all of them? No. So that is the final answer. 3 is to 1 is to 2. Okay? Red is to yellow is to blue is 3 is to 1 is to 2. okay? Now the homework is very, very similar to what we've just did. In case you get stuck, check the lesson again, watch the video again, and then try to work out the examples on your own, all right? The examples which we have done during the lesson on your own, okay? So that you will check whether you've really understood or not, okay? And then download your homework, and don't forget to upload it again, okay? So that's all for today, boys. Good day and take care.